No, not my coffee.
That's what I thought. I came here all hangover.
Crack juice.
Didn't sleep.
Are we getting the party started?
Let's get it
We're already
started.
live on YouTube. But
We're live on YouTube.
oh wait, I have to tell people that it's at 5.
Is it 5?
No, we're already live. It doesn't matter. It's 5 o'clock. I dropped it at 5.
Oh, you already dropped it in the chat?
Dropped it in the Discord.
Well, check it out. Welcome back. If you weren't here yesterday and you are here today, I hope, oh, the phone's in there. I hope I can bring some value to you guys today. As you know, there's a money problem in the world, and yes, it's surrounding the Fed. They're going to crash. Is it live on YouTube? Apparently we're live. Sorry, guys. I'm going to be started here in just a second, but I thought this meme was pretty funny. Either they crash the economy or hyperinflation. And what does Jerome Powell do? He's double fisting it. He's doing both. He's crashing the economy. He's launching inflation. I did want to bring up this. Sorry if I'm being a little repetitive from this morning's video, but look at this lady, ECB, Christina Lagarde. How do they get these jobs? I don't know where they find these people, but the lizard people come out from their tunnels and they. All right, I can't find the 42 macro video. Check. Oh, here it is. Here it is.
I think if I can figure this out, and I'm a pretty smart guy, but I'm certainly not, hundreds of PhD economists, which the Fed has. If I can figure that out, and obviously the Fed understands that, and they know there has to be some economic pain in order to achieve their congressionally mandated price stability objectives. You cannot get to the rate cuts in the QE without the pain. I was going to middle finger. Sorry, I wasn't doing that on purpose.
Note what he said. You can't get to the rate cuts in the QE without inflicting pain.
You can't get to the rate cuts in the QE, and I'll skip to my thumb, without the pain first. You need to have private sector money deflation in order to get the public sector money reflation.
So in order to get private sector deflation, he's talking about bank stocks and those things going down. In order to get private sector deflation, which leads to public sector reflation and rate cuts and quantitative easing, guess what? You need to have some pain in the market. And what are we talking about pain here? The pain he's talking about is the S&P 500 needs to come down significantly lower from where we're at today, and minimum target this year coming in at 3,600 and kind of our second target down at 3,200. That's the pain he's talking about. Now, is there a chance that we swing up here one more time? Absolutely, especially with the dollar absolutely getting obliterated. Again, the dollar closing below major support. And as you can see, in fact, with just a tick above yesterday's low, I'm looking for a pretty big bounce on the dollar here. I wish I could go long on the dollar right now because that likely implies, and by the way, when the dollar just shot down over the past 2 days and Bitcoin did not continue the rally, that kind of gooses the odds in the favor of the bears for a short-term pullback. Back to our 4-hour time frame we were talking about this morning. And we did say, hey, look, as long as we're holding back above this trend line on the 4-hour, then very likely we could get some more continuation to the upside. That is, and so now we are back below. And let's see what our momentum indicator says. Momentum will remain up as long as we're above 26,623. The other thing I do want to bring up is the 4-day time frame, which has 2 more days left on it. If we do tick below 26,700, call it 20. I think the number from this morning I said was 26,666, and very likely we're going to play out a swift move down to the downside at 25,373. So right now, another thing I did say is, look, even though this is kind of a confirmed top, we could get one more splurt to the upside, and that's in fact what we did get. And it looks like our good old friend Stacks is going to have a chance to officially test this
Boss
9 exponential.
Says 26656 on Bitcoin.
26656. Yep, that is pretty much the number. We don't want to see a tick below there, and very likely Bitcoin's going to have some downside displeasures. And it looks like Stacks is going to do the same. Although we could get that one last splurt to the upside. We'll see how Bitcoin reacts.
Create One For Me is back. He says, bro, hit me with fetch.
Hit me with fetch. Let's check out the Fetty Wap coin. Fetty Wap is the old
Create
rapper.
One For Me was here the other time. He was very active last live yesterday.
So I did have something drawn out on the 4 hour. Let's see if it's on this chart or it's on this one, in fact. And to me, again, we're testing kind of the top side of this channel. So what's the most likely when you're coming into resistance? Most likely it's down. And you also got this silver cross in play. So if we do close a 4 hour above this trend line, I mean, even above the 21 here, I would look for some upside continuation. But this one looks like it is got some downside displeasures in for it.
He says on the 28th, fetch is going to pump. Create One For Me says this.
What is happening on the 28th for Mr. Fetch AI? I don't know. Let's bring it back to Bitcoin here. Actually, I want to check out the ETH Bitcoin pairing, as the daily looks like it's trying to put in a low, and I would say any kind of a daily closure back above 0.067 very likely gives some altcoins some room to breathe and recover from some of their losses. That certainly could be the case for altcoins. The other thing we want to see is Bitcoin dominance start to come down. And kind of what we've been alluding to is something like this happening if we're going to get one more push to the upside. And just keep in mind that, when Bitcoin dominance does come down, doesn't necessarily mean altcoins are going to rise right away. It just says that altcoins paired in their Satoshi pairing are going to go up, if that makes any sense. So bringing it back to the dollar, again, I would suspect a nice little bounce on the dollar from this pivot as we ticked above yesterday's high. And that likely, I could see some more sideways action here on Bitcoin. But as far as the 5-day time frame goes, we do have volatility liftoff. We have momentum cross to the upside. The next 5-day closure comes up in 3 days. So let's see what the 3-day says. 3-day says continuation. 3-day says continuation. What else did TED Talks Macro say today that I thought was pretty good? Inflation remains enemy number one. So this is the takeaways from the Fed meeting yesterday. Inflation remains enemy number one. The Fed committed to higher rates, more increases likely. The Fed's baseline is for no rate cuts in 2023. And we got the banking stress is equivalent to a rate hike. Powell is the go to the press conference, and we need to wait for the next bank run before we blow up, before we can get excited again. And so what he's talking about is when the next bank run happens and they start drawing on that $2 trillion of Fed bailout money, well, that in a sense is the injection of the free money into the market supply.
Tubbs 111 says, let's do a trade together. Tell me what you think a good trade is right now.
All right, let's do a trade. Let's look at some setups on all of our favorite altcoins that we have been trading here. Again, Stacks. kind of a nothing burger right now. And here would be the trade setup actually on the 3-day time frame. That is where I'm going to put my stop loss because I am looking at this right here. So any kind of a tick just below 108 very likely gets us a move down to that 9 exponential. Stacks has been very, very strong in the past coming weeks and months. So we'll that's not the trade setup we're looking for. What else did I want to bring up? Because I was working on some back testing today, and I was using the stochastic and the PMARP and the Joule. Let's check out SVB token. Let's look at a shorter term time frame as well. So as we're expecting some cool off as the dollar bounces here, it's probably better to look on the short side of things if you are going to put in a trade. I mean, that's just my opinion right now. This does seem to look like a bit of a top on the 3-day time frame for SVB coin.
We got 3,000 likes already.
Wow.
3,000 likes, 10 minutes. Not bad, guys. Not bad.
All right, let's continue on down the list. And this is actually how I like to do it, is just kind of throw up some different time frames and kind of go down the list. CFX. These ones have been rallying hard to the upside. I think the best short opportunities are going to be on the weaker altcoins. So if we want to get into some of the weaker altcoins, well, Ethereum Classic hasn't been doing much.
It looks like
Cardano.
L Bamboo 140 says, I just joined your live. Is this a pocket option trade?
We're talking about just kind of a scalp trade right now. So a easy, short-term trade on a 15-minute or higher. I'm sorry, 15-minute to an hourly time frame. So I am just going to peruse here and see if we can find any good setups. Look at this one right here. So I'm going to throw up low volatility. We've got momentum increasing to the upside on Cardano. And do we have a silver cross?
John Coleman 2 says, who is the Bitcoin advisors? Your voices sound familiar.
Bitcoin advisors is, well, we have a nice team of Bitcoin advisors. Depends on who you're talking to. My name is Chris. I want to look at ARB too. Let's throw that one up. Let's throw up Mr. ARB. There's been a lot of hoopla around this one. Is it released on Coinbase? It is. Up 2.6%. Is this the Arbitrum that I've been hearing about across the nations here, should I say? So it looks like this one, the play already moved out up to the 9 exponential on the hourly time frame. Has this one really only been around that long? Yeah, this was the day. Oh, wow, look at that. So we were looking at a 15-minute time frame. This one just got launched. And you can see, I mean, you can't even, there's not enough price action to tell on this one, to be honest, guys. It just got released today on Coinbase. I believe this is the, so that is the Arbitrum KuCoin chart. And that is the Arbitrum Coinbase chart. So there's been a lot of hype around this one. I don't like to trade these kind of events.
Dropped today at 10 or yesterday.
It's at 136 right now, $1.36, and the hype was it was going to. So it looks like a lot of people sold. Sold going into the drop there. The people that got the airdrop, people are taking some profits there. So I have to be honest, I don't know what to make of that one. Let's check out Quant. Any other requests in there?
CFX.
CFX. Let's go back to CFX. So this one is, we got the silver cross to the downside, and this one does look like short-term down, maybe back to the, but I'm not seeing any perfect setups here that, you know, I typically like to trade off of the green 55. So once they get across to the downside, then selling into the green 55, and then vice versa. Once they cross to the upside, you want to be buying along the green 55. And by the way, you can go to bitcoinadvisors.com and what else are we going to drop some coins today, guys? Give away some free coins.
Give away some coins. We want to see XRP too.
We gave a lot of coins out yesterday, but here.
Stay tuned for the end if you want to.
So we're going to show you how to win free silver. These are half ounce, 99.99% pure silver coins. I'll give you a hint. On how you can win right now. Let's get in here and just look at some of the people that won yesterday. And by the way, yeah, you can't win 2 days in a row, so it's got to be. We can't have any double winners here, but a lot of people won yesterday. So
is Coinbase in trouble?
Coinbase is in hot water. Get your coins off Coinbase. That would be my recommendation. Coinbase, nightmare on Coinbase, as I like to call it. So all you got to do is email us, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, send us a screenshot, and then send that proof to info@bitcoinadvisors.com right here. So I'm going to just highlight this, copy. I'm going to put it in a new sheet alongside our handle. Oh, there it was. There it was. Is that it? No. Yeah. Did I have it right here? All right, so like and subscribe to Bitcoin Advisors YouTube channel, and then email us proof with a screenshot. And I'm going to give away, I've got, let's see, we'll give away 8 more coins today. They're fun. They're super easy to get. And all right, so I'll get back to CFX. And
They want to see about 8Pay.
8Pay.
And Velo.
I don't know. What's the symbol for 8Pay?
The number 8, I guess. 8Pay.
8Pay. Let's see. 8Pay. It's on there. So this is not something I'd be trading. Looks pretty scammy here. Looks like very low liquidity here. To be fair, if we are looking at the range here, looks like we're holding on to the 618. If you have any kind of a closure back below, not 0.018, then very likely going to head back down to the 786 at not 0.01372. To me, I would goose the favor in. It looks like it could bounce. Momentum is still to the upside. Low volatility is putting in a bit of a sell almost on that jewel indicator. So that's all I got for that one. Let's check in on XRP. XRP, I do think the rally gets faded, and I personally think any chance this one has to go down, it pretty much does. And if Bitcoin's going to take a leg down here, then, and look, Bitcoin is popping its little head up here for a little continuation after this almost bullish engulfing candle on the daily. The 4-hour time frame has the potential to put in kind of a misdemeanor higher low right here. But seems like a backfill on the 4-hour candle just so far. The 30-minute says up. 30-minute says more upside, at least maybe a move back to the top side of the range. And I mean, any kind of a wick, all the stop losses are going to be heading out above 28.95. And I'm pretty much, any kind of a tick above this high at, call it 29,000, we're probably going to get a free ride up. A free ride all the way up to 30, call it 29.9. That would kind of be my last splurt target for before we get a short-term pullback for Bitcoin. Let's see, VRA looked like it was setting up for kind of a sell here on the day. But we are still technically crossed up, and with that kind of a daily candle closure, I wouldn't be surprised to see a little more upside on VRA. Wow, we got a bunch of likes. Thanks, Mr. Boss Man. But again, we're still looking for a trade setup here, so let's go down the list. Why don't we check out gold? Gold really showing itself strong amidst the dollar popping up here. And I've been saying it all along. It's going to take a major catastrophe for gold to get above 2,000 an ounce. But once it does, probably going to get a free ride up to 2,300. Just a huge range that looks like it does want to get broken to the upside on gold. Check out silver. Silver follows gold with more gains. Did have a perfect, that was our target from way back when, and hit our first target right here off of the weekly trade that I did post. And the second target on this guy is going to be, I'm going to move this to right here at 26,653, and that would be with any kind of a tick above 24.50. Silver probably gets a free ride up. Finally, metals are coming back to life here. What else was funny from Twitter today? Or was it YouTube? No, that's not it. Can we see people live on YouTube?
Yeah, that's it. That's the chat right there.
Oh, real estate price. What up, man? We got Morning Rise Crypto in here. Long XRP at 44 cents. Let's check out that trade. XRP. Let's check on Avalanche, actually. I haven't seen this one in a while. And we were saying, look, hidden bullish divergence, the 3-drive variety, and got us a shot back to the top side of the range. Now, just put in a higher high and a higher low on the weekly time frame. So this one does look good for some more upside action.
We need to see Doge.
Oh, we need to see the doggy here. We will definitely get to the doggy.
Oh, we got to take care of my man, Crypto Soldier.
Crypto Soldier is our man. BTC to 1 million by June. There you go. Actually, on our TikTok channel, we posted a pretty cool video. Oh, wow. That's what you get for going to, no, I'm not going to log in right here. Well, anyways, I'm sure you guys can see it on our channel. It was the guy, Alibaba, or whatever his name was, who was talking about.
Check him out.
He was talking about $1 million in 90 days. Bali G. Look at this guy. This is what's in the White House. Female awards, biological males. Too funny. Man, crypto Twitter is just amazing. What is this guy, Vandally? The famous Nezzy's pattern seems to confirm Bitcoin doesn't care about the most recent government-sponsored attacks. Oh, look at our I call her Pal's grandmother. Pal's grandmother. What did Janet Yellen says? Bank deposit insurance is not being discussed. What does that mean in practice? It means that if your bank makes contributions to Democrats, you might get insurance. If not, then no soup for you, sir. Arbitrum, more than an airdrop. I don't know about that, sirs. I do not know about that one. I love crypto Twitter, though.
Sam Britton stealing women's clothing.
But honestly, AVAX looks like the one that has some opportunity here. And, you know, just playing the fibs here, we came up to the 618, back down to the 236. The next target would be the 786 at 2447. That might be a nice little short-term play, guys. The thing is, with all these altcoins, is if Bitcoin takes a leg down, all the TA kind of gets kicked out the window, especially for some of the weaker altcoins. Another one I'll let you know on my hot list is GMX. GMX, where is that one?
Arbitrum, more than an airdrop. More than a bird drop. More like a bird drop.
More than a bird drop, sir.
He said it's more like a bird drop.
So, what do we see on the daily? A bit of a top forming here, and next target down would be 70. Declining volatility, HPDR indicator. Let's see if we have a trade set up for our guy. No, we do not. We're just caught in the middle of the range here with declining volatility. I would say, you know, a test to the bottom side of the range is more likely at this point, coming in at 70.65. Hex, put in Hex, the biggest scam coin on earth, but it just seems to go up, guys. So I wish there was somewhere we could buy it. KDA, haven't looked at that one in a while. Stuck in the middle of the range. Litecoin at the top side of the range. So this one does look like a bit of a sell. Did close above the range. Let's see if we got any setups on the 4-hour time frame. And by just ticking below this low at 91.91, I would get a free ride down to 90.36. Let's see if I got anything else here. Volatility declining, not yet. So Litecoin kind of had an outlier year, you know, as the Lightning network really started to pump. So did Litecoin. So good for him. Nice pump off the lows and coming back with a vengeance right now. Luna, stay away from Luna. Mana is another one of my favorites for trading into the upside and to the downside. Notice a similar close for a lot of the coins today on the daily, just a kind of a retrace of yesterday's downside move. I would say that, you know, easy trade setup on this one would be a stop loss above yesterday's high and then targeting a move, well, at least down to that 21. That would be a quick little 2% gainer or 1% gainer, and probably goes for more.
Rumor was Do Kwon was arrested today.
Do Kwon, let's see if it's on crypto Twitter. Do Kwon. Do Kwon. Is this? There he is. There's Do Kwon. Poor guy. Poor guy running around with everybody's coins. Found the motherfucker. He asked me to take a photo of his mate, but I'm drunk anyway. About to perform a citizen arrest on Duquan. That is too funny. Who else? The SEC just went after a lot of people. Jake Paul's getting it in the rear end. I want to hear more about FedNow coin. Does anybody know that in 90 days, FedNow coin is going to be implemented? Oh, there's my guy, Glenn Beck. Look at that. It looks like Santa Claus. FedNow.
Instant payments.
Oh my gosh, it's a commercial.
FedNow? Here's how it works, cut one. Today, people and businesses expect to make and receive payments at the click of a button any time of the day, every day of the year. And most expect their financial institutions to offer or support payment services that meet the speed and convenience they seek. In fact, 3 in 4 businesses and 2/3 of consumers surveyed think it's important that their bank or credit union offer faster payments. Right. Financial institutions interested in meeting these demands.
I don't think we need to know that. We know what it is. This is the central bank digital currency. Look, FedNow instant payments are coming and CBDs will follow. So certainly something to watch out for. All right, let's get back into the TA. So we were talking about this is Matic also. Tag in the green 55, a perfect sell. Once these guys cross to the downside, which I wish I had the forecasting tool on that. You know, there is a potential for a bounce here. Everything's kind of in the middle of the range. I don't like the setup personally. How's Meta doing? I heard Meta. Oh, big gap up there for MetaMask. I know you're excited about that, Joseph.
MetaMask.
For Meta Facebook.
Meta Facebook?
In the metaverse.
Nah, he's one of the lizard people.
He's one of the wizards out there.
Lizards, man.
Microsoft, big girthy candle, tech sector rallying today.
He's a reptilian. He's a reptilian, man.
He is pure reptilian along with Bill Gates.
He's
Is Elon Musk
android.
part of the lizard people? That's the question.
Will the government blend in CBDCs with Bitcoin, in your opinion? Terry J. B. 68997.
No, they can't blend it in a sense. That's the whole point of Bitcoin is it's decentralized. Nobody owns Bitcoin except for the people who own Bitcoin. And the government, they can buy all the Bitcoin they want and drive the price up, but doesn't mean they're going to be able to make it part of their. Now, if the Fed adds it to their balance sheet, that would be interesting. I mean, anything can happen at this point with the Fed buying, mortgage-backed securities and bonds. If you don't know what that is, mortgage-backed securities are bank stocks and essentially manipulating the entire stock market. But here's what I want to bring up on the monthly time frame for BLX. This is a pretty easy signal to follow.
Dr. Dad, welcome back. He says, Meta and MetaQuest is a joke. Everybody that bought that VR headset is collecting dust in their room.
Oh, not
Yeah, I'm one.
Joseph is the only one who's taking advantage of all that metaverse.
I'm going to be in the metaverse tonight. Everybody join Black Larry David server. We're going live. And we're on the metaverse tonight.
All right, so this signal right here, I'm going to show you guys, is called the monthly Stoke cross-up signal. It's only happened 3 other times in history. Okay? This is when the stochastic, which is a momentum indicator, crosses to the upside. Once was in 2019, once was in 2015, and once was right here in 2012. So this has only happened 3 other times in history. Well, it just happened again. We did go over this on our channel back in January. We said very likely that this was going to result in a massive move up. And we've gotten that thus far. But let's just measure out some of the gains from the previous times that this has happened. This one, if you just took the signal blindly, was a 25,000% gainer. This one was a 7,000% gainer. This one, to be fair, was kind of 2 signals in one, right? But why is that? Well, it crossed up here and it also crossed up here. So anytime you get the monthly Stokes, which is a very powerful time frame, you're going to get some upside action, and we've already seen that thus far here. Sorry, so the last one. All right, I'm gonna do it one more time. This was a 25,000% gainer. So 25,000, 7,000. This one was 1,500. So yeah, you're going to see diminishing returns. But every time this thing is crossed up, Bitcoin's made a new all-time high. A new all-time high. And so if Bitcoin makes a new all-time high from here, which I think it will, I don't think we're going to take out 15,500 again. But if we do take out the high here, from where we're at today, it's 150%. So a little bit, 1.5 times your money just for owning some Bitcoin during the next bull run as we're going into the halving. Thanks, guys, for checking in with us. I'm going to do the last thing here. Again, I'm going to remind you, if you want to just win a half-ounce silver coin, all you got to do is go to our YouTube channel. The link is in our bio. And then email us. We've got 8 more coins to give away, and then I'm going to keep the rest for myself. Give away all my silver. But we had, I think, about 8 out of 10 people yesterday. So let's just see if we got anybody emailing in. I know a lot of people won yesterday. All right. So I definitely, I'll go over any last requests here.
Yellen is Bitcoin's friend.
Yellen is Bitcoin's friend. I don't know about that one. Any other?
Half-ounce coin. Dr. Dad wants to email us to get a half-ounce coin. That's what it sounds like.
All you got to do is subscribe to the YouTube channel and send us an email. Just screenshot that on your phone, info@bitcoinadvisors.com, and we'll get you out that free token there. Also, guys, if you want to learn how to trade, the best thing you can do is set up a TradingView account. You can go to our website, bitcoinadvisors.com. Click on this link under the Resource Center right here, and you'll learn how to set up a TradingView account just like this, get all the indicators, and just begin to start charting. That's the number one thing you can do if you want to learn. Let's follow up on this dollar.
They want to see Gala.
All right, let's check out Gala.
I always call it Gala.
I don't know why you do that, Joe.
It's a problem.
It's a big problem. All right, there it was. Gala. So Gala doing a nice little backfill on this trend line here. We did break above, broke below, and now we're back above it. This is a pretty, major trend line, and I guess we could draw it like this. Still, we got a broke above, broke back down below, and daily Stokes are crossed up here, but not from a low level. You want to see the cross up from below a 40. We're crossing up at about a 50 at the mid-level. I do think any kind of a whimper from Bitcoin to the downside, and we're probably heading back to the bottom side of the range here. And that could really start to get going if you look at this range.
Dr. Dad says I've been looking at AMP, just been down for a while. I think it's ready for a small run.
AMP's another one with some good, highly esteemed internet technology. Did have a parabolic move. I believe that would have been, well, that was today. That was today. So, yeah, here's an interesting trade setup. So, let me get the rest of these indicators on here. So we are crossing up below a 40. That's good. Jewel buy signal. That's good. We're still in the bearish control zone with the RSI. And I'm willing to bet we do have hidden bullish divergence coming all the way back. Oh, we got somebody getting a free coin. Chimney Rock Road in Houston, Texas. Thank you, sir. Oh, I think that was from yesterday. He's just getting his address back to us. I'm going to forward that to Dana. That's all you got to do to get your free silver. But I do like this closure with a little upside continuation. You know, these wicks typically like to get filled out. And are we breaking the long-term downtrend is the question. But that did hit our target. Apparently I had that one. All right, let's see where. So notice the death cross though here. Typically that's not what you want to see for a bull market. That was on the 12-hour. So, I mean, at most, yeah, perhaps a little bit of a bounce. 15-minute. I'd like to see a bounce come from a little bit lower. And not quite the trade setup I'd be looking for yet. I don't know what happened today for AMP, but that was definitely a little bit bullish. Any other requests out there? Breaking the long downtrend. All right, he is saying, let's see if we did break the long-term downtrend. And what you want to see is a break on the weekly time frame. So this is AMP. And yeah, after a long downtrend, we broke the weekly downtrend. And so where would you expect those higher lows to come in at? Right at the 618, which we are below that. So not exactly what I'd be looking for. I would be looking for something else. See, typically on the Fibonacci retracement tool, if you do get a big spike up, a rejection like that, you don't want to see it close back below the 382, which is what we did today. So this is kind of the last chance of the Mohicans here. The next move up, if you are dead set on longing an asset like this, you know, at most you get a bounce up to the 618 or the 786. But momentum is to the downside on the weekly. So hard to call on that one, sir. All right. I think I'm going to give it up here unless anybody else has got any. Spanky Lang. All right. We got another. Somebody was having trouble getting into the Discord last night. Dana, another free coin giveaway. All you got to do, again, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. The link's in the bio. And then shoot us an email at info@bitcoinadvisors.com. All I got to do is get to 700 now. We're almost to 700. Are we going to get there? Oh, we got to 700. Look at that. 700 subscribers. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Gala. Do I think Gala could get to $2? Absolutely. So Gala, I had a 10x on Gala last year. One of my favorite trades of the year. I bought it about, I think 8 cents. Yeah. And it ran up to 80 cents. I think it got, all the way up to 80 cents. Huge gainer on Gala last year. And this is typically what you want to see on the weekly time frame for things to reverse around. You got the higher high and the higher low. So there is your trend reversal on Gala. As long as we don't come back below 2 cents, I'd expect some more, maybe sideways and up. And the next target's going to be that green 55 at about 8 cents. What about the 5-day? Does the 5-day give us anything? We're still not crossed up, but we are getting the first inkling of a buy signal, and it will cross up above 48 cents in the next 3 days. Does the 2-day say anything? Yeah, this is kind of the line in the sand on the 2-day at 0.38 cents. As long as we don't come back below there, bounce is more likely. But GMX on the 3-day says down. And I do like this one for a long-term gainer. Anywhere along that green 55 would be a nice buy for GMX. It's a decentralized exchange. Phantom, another one on the weekly time frame that is putting in a higher high and a higher low. So, it really depends on what Bitcoin does. Whatever Bitcoin does, the altcoins are going to do more. And at the moment now, we still have the opportunity for another swing to the upside. Do you think we break the range to the upside, guys? What do you think? Here's why I'm going to say downside's more likely than not. It's this HPDR indicator, which, technically, I guess it's not there yet. It was firing off a signal. No, it looks like it moved. So we're caught right in the middle of the range. So Bitcoin could just play out some sideways as long as it holds the higher lows on the 12-hour time frame. Do we technically get a higher high there? Yeah, we did. So we got higher high, higher low, higher high, and declining volatility. So is the move waning and losing its momentum? 4-hour volatility is still kind of slowly going up. The hourly declining volatility, and just look how beautiful every time those silver crosses are coming in. You're just getting nice buys all the way through. So, this is the big range here. How would I draw it here? How would you draw it, Joe? What does that look like to you? It looks like a snake to me. There's just nothing.
A sneaky, sneaky, sneaky snake.
If we put on the 4-hour, how many, we need three touches on the trend line to make a trend.
The Bitcoin 4-hour is trying to go up.
Yeah, momentum is to the upside. Volatility is increasing. As long as we don't close back below the green 55 at 26.53. Remember, this is kind of the big pivot. I guess I'll leave you guys with this. Is this pivot right here on the 4-hour time frame. As long as we don't close below there, 26. Let's see how exact we can get. Yeah, 26,648. As long as that 4-hour higher low continues to hold, you know, we could just see this thing glide its way on up to the heavens, and we are still closing above on the 3-day time frame on the topside Challenger band. That is a very bullish indicator. What about the 2-day? The 2-day did close below for the first time today, but momentum is still up. And the 2-day volatility momentum signature, I guess, you know, maybe coming to the end of its run, the end of its life. It really depends on what the dollar does. And if the dollar does play out that rather large bounce, then, you know, Bitcoin can get hurt. Because it certainly didn't do what I suspected. As the dollar got slammed down, Bitcoin went down with the dollar. That's not typically what you see, guys. Anyways, I'm going to leave it off with that. There we go. Let's go for 29K, Mr. RB San. I agree with you. I think there's one last splurt higher and then probably a bit of a sell. So we're waiting for that next bank failure. We are waiting for the next bank failure. And somebody did say they had a tough time. There we go, Sean Scott. Thanks for the follow there. What's your address? We'll get those coins sent out to you. And last time, I'll bring it up, guys. If you do want to get a free half-ounce silver coin, all you got to do is like, and again, it's got the Queen Elizabeth on the front. It's got the coat of arms on the back. We're talking about a free half-ounce of silver delivered to your door. It's always good for trading. You can flip it heads or tails if you want to take that long or short position. And when you don't know what to do, don't use a coin toss to make a trade. I'm just kidding, guys. But if you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, we're giving away some free silver. All you got to do is email us a screenshot that you subscribe to the channel at Bitcoin Advisors. That's the channel. The link is in my bio. With that, I'm going to sign out. All right, guys. Hope you have a blessed and highly favored rest of your day. Take care.